My daughter is the daughter of two. We've done everything in our power to raise her in an environment that is the exact opposite of the life that we lived for so long. I mean, we've changed everything because we had to. You would have no idea by looking at this little girl that I gave birth to her less than a year coming off of the streets homeless. You also wouldn't be able to know that I was on Suboxone my entire pregnancy with her, and she did not withdraw at birth. She is the smartest, the brightest, the most vivacious, fun, creative little spirit I have ever met in my life. What are we gonna do about the fact that she is genetically predisposed on both sides? My daughter is the daughter of two sober. I have 5.5 years and my partner has 5 years clean. This is something that we of course think about on a weekly, if not a daily basis. I know it crosses my mind all the time, and it is the sheer motivation for why I do everything I do, because I know that is a biopsychal and social disease. So just because she's pregenetically disposed doesn't mean that she has to have the environmental or the emotional factors that can also lead to somebody that wants to escape.
Estella is the daughter of two recovering. They are doing everything they can to make sure she has a better life.
We also plan to be as open and honest with her about her genetics as early as it is age appropriate. And I also know that parenthood is a perpetually humbling experience. I do know, however, that I have a strong core group of people around me in recovery who are also doing this parent thing. And I know that no matter what, I'm going to have support around me. I'm going to have somebody that has already been through what I'm going through. And that alone makes me feel so much more hopeful about the future. The most important thing that it all boils down to, I believe, is true, genuine connection with your child. The ability to have an open dialogue, to express feelings, to express thoughts, to express struggles. And maybe we can just always give her the coping tools for life so she won't need to escape. I mean, maybe she'll be a perfect angel baby and everything will be totally fine. Right now, it is, but I don't know what the future holds.
Estella is absolutely thriving, but her parents are still cautious. People in similar situations to them had questions.
This is just my opinion. I can only speak from my personal experience and what worked for me. This is not medical advice. So everyone's situation is going to be unique. You're going to have to weigh the pros and cons with your medical provider, with other people in your life, and mostly with yourself. And then you have to make whatever decision you feel is best and right for you. Make the most informed decision that you can make. From what I know about tapering while you're pregnant, it is definitely possible. With the help of your doctor, a medical taper. Do not stop abruptly. For me, when I found out I was pregnant, I was in a dire situation where I needed wraparound care. None of my needs were met. I was not housed. I didn't even really want to get clean. I was coming straight out of the street and a super traumatic situation as is. I needed a MAP program to bridge the gap between getting me off the streets and getting me housed in a place where I could then begin to heal, start my recovery, start to acclimate to normal life again. So for me, the risk of getting off Suboxone was greater than my baby having neonatal opioid withdrawal symptoms at birth. And she actually didn't. She did not have to be in NICU. She was totally fine. That doesn't mean that anyone else is going to have that experience.
We are so glad that Estella's parents are working hard to give her the life that she deserves. In the comments, people were sharing their experiences, with one person saying, "As a daughter of that did not change their ways for me. You have no idea what you're doing for your child." While another said, "To be honest, being open with her about being genetically predisposed is possibly one of the most important things. My mother was very honest that runs very heavily in both sides of my family, and because of that, when I started getting to the age where kids were experimenting, I was able to make an educated choice about how those things could affect me." As always, thanks for watching Happiest. If you like this video, then be sure to follow our other social pages for more, and if you have any of your own videos you'd like to share, be sure to send them in.